Hello, my name is Sultan Musa, and I'm currently a major in information systems. Hello, I will be showing how to add all data in an Excel file and create a conditional formula using the sum-if formula. We'll be using the sum-if formula to filter out all the data which we have added into the cell. A sum-if formula is used to filter out and calculate data with a certain sum-if condition compared to just an if formula, which adds up all the data when you are trying to filter it out. So let's get started. Here in row H, we want to start off with the first step of everything, which is adding the data. You cannot use the sum-if formula with no data. So here, I'm going to start off by adding up the cells from B to F. But here specifically, I'll start with cell C2, which has the regular rate in dollars, and I'll calculate it with multiplication to get the number that we'll be using. And here, Excel calculated it, and then we just copy and paste the formula throughout the whole row. And that's the number we get at the bottom. And then we'll do the same with the row with column I. However, we're now doing the OT row or columns instead of the regular columns. And we inserted the formula and then copy and pasted it throughout the whole thing, and that is the number we get at the bottom as well. And that is the first part of the whole thing, which is adding the data. The formula that we use to add the data is a equals, and then you just input the specific cell and then the star asterisk symbol to multiply with the other cell that we need, and then it inputs it into the cell, and then you just copy and paste the formula throughout the whole segment or whole column. And once again, we're getting ready to filter out this data that we added in the yellow boxes to create a conditional sum-if formula and filter it out. The difference between a sum-if and the if formula is the sum-if will filter out based off a specific instruction that we give to Excel. Is more specific than an if formula. And here, the formula we'll be using is equals to sum-if, and you insert a paragraph, and then you add the dollar signs to lock in the cells so it does not create a wide range of numbers. And then here we did equals sum-if, and then B $2, and then B25. That's the weeks. And then the if formula we were using is the B2. And then the next part of it we had added, and there we get our number, and then we copy and paste throughout the whole row or column, and Excel automatically changes the if number to match what's already in that row. For example, the first cell we had did B2, and then the next cell it'll say B3, B4, B5, and it keeps on going. And we had done that, and now we do it with the next cell. However, we're gonna change it to have the if for the OT rules, and it'll calculate as necessary. So you can see here, and then I just copy and paste it throughout the whole row. And there we had it. We completed our conditional sum-if formula. Why didn't they release the iPhone 8? Because 7, 8, 9.